So as I said, nobody would like to see a report like this. So we will go and play a bit with the way it looks. We'll have to go back to our design pane over here by clicking the design tab. Play a bit with the way this looks like. So let's say we want to make this a bit wider. The same with this one. Okay, title is not necessarily that big. Modified date should be just a bit bigger. And when editing this kind of table, you're gonna find yourself going to the preview pane quite often. Just a bit of trial and error over here and see how this looks like. But again, we can continue and playing with this. Let's say we don't want to see this format. The date is not necessarily needed in this format, also including the time. So we'll go back to the design pane, right click on this cell, go to the text box properties, go to number over here, and instead of leaving it like this default, you're going to choose date. And now you have a list of available formats in which your date can be displayed. And let's choose this one. Click on OK and go to preview again. And hey, this looks a bit better. You can make it a bit wider, of course. And we can also align this like this. But let's make the header bold. Of course, if you've used a Microsoft Office software, if it's either Word, Excel, Outlook, or something similar, you'll be used to format text, either using these kind of shortcuts like putting this on bold or italic, or change the alignment to make it center aligned. But you will get used to this if you're not already doing that. So you can also change the font, the size of the font. We're gonna be playing with this a lot when you're going to optimize a report to fit in an Excel export or a PDF export or a Word export. Because just a second, when you're previewing your report, you can choose to export it as an XML, CSV, but the most visual ones are PDF, Word, Excel, and of course HTML. But these three are very restrictive when talking about size, especially paper size. There are lots of customers that wish to export a report like this, and they want to print it to use it in meetings and stuff like that. But we're going to cover that in a separate video. So this is how our first report looks like. We can change colors, the color of the text, the alignment, the fonts, depending on your needs or on your customer's needs. But you can navigate. So let's say we have 100 entries over here. We're not going to scroll all the time to the end of it, but we can navigate using these buttons over here. You can choose the first page or the last page of the report. You can also choose to refresh the report in case you know that the data changed in the database and you want to reflect the latest changes in your report. You can choose to refresh it. And you can also choose to save it and export it as a Word, Excel, or any other format that it's available over here. And going back to the design pane, you can restrict the size. So let's say this is the final size of your working area, and you can choose to restrict all of this. You'll see that this is very important when optimizing the exports.